Salute! Much love, my brothers and my sisters and my soldierettes. And I'm gonna do it one more time. Salute! And I thank you for coming in and taking the time out of your day, listening to another EBX discussion. This is how you communicate, get stuff out of you, and kind of like therapy. And at the same time, help lift you and us, to look at things in a different perspective and take in energy and put out good energy. Take in good things to keep us maintaining and keep us sane. That's why I always call down that protection from our great creator. Protection for ourselves, from ourselves. Because that's important, I think. And always gotta give honors. Let's give honor to our families. People who have helped us. I give honor to my mom, my dad. My mom's still here, strong and vibrant. And my dad, may he rest in peace and in power. And also my grandparents, may they rest in peace and in power. And the family member I had pass her recently, may she rest in peace and in power, will never be forgotten. And also for those of you that have family members that may have passed, anyone close to you, may they rest in peace and in power. And that's how you keep that circle complete, and you keep the alignment with the universe straight and never wavering. Every now and then it might do like this a little bit, but when you strong within your spirit, it'll get right back on track. So that's what I'm here to talk about, to stay on track. And my brothers and sisters, things happen in this life, but stick to the mission. It's not a competition. That's one thing I'm not. I'm not about competing with anyone or trying to be better than nobody. All I'm trying to do, or all one should do, because I don't want to make this personal, it's not about me. All one's trying to do, because I know there's brothers and sisters, like me, there's always someone that thinks the way you do. That's just the way the Creator does. He always give you, if you got a righteous heart and you're seeking righteousness and you're seeking good things, He'll send the right people in your life. And even if the people He's seeing sin, you have a little disagreement with, but you don't have no hate for them in your heart. Sometimes you just have to kind of go on your own path and do your own thing without, disliking or disrupting, because you can't disrupt that flow, that energy that we get from the universe. Because you guys will always hear me talk about the law of attraction. That's why if I come to a situation, I only discuss things with whether it's a male or a female unless it needs to be discussed. If it's something serious. But other than that, one should stay, to themselves. Don't give into an emotion that we might feel from time to time. Stick to the mission. Sometimes things are gonna throw us off course a little bit and make us want to waver, but stay on course, my kings and my queens, and the Creator will guide your steps. I'm 51, and it's been a real challenging road. Sometimes tough. Y'all know how I feel about that word, tough, rough, or hard. But sometimes let's just be real. Sometimes it can be a little tough. But those are the areas that shape you and make you the king and the queen that you are. That's why I say, you got children, you have family. For those of you who are married or in relationships, whether you're married or not, stick to the mission, especially if you're on a righteous walk and you just striving to be the best yourself. Always strive to be the best of yourself, and don't think bad thoughts about anyone else or anything. Just deal with every situation, every challenge accordingly, but don't damage your energy, and don't damage that individual energy or image or gossip or talk. Don't do any of that. Let the universe work. When you do righteous, the universe will work in your favor. It will work it out. Because and individuals that we come across that we might have a disagreement with, it doesn't mean that they're bad. It doesn't mean that they're not righteous. It's just, that's just the way of life. That's just life. But it doesn't mean that individual is bad. It just means that maybe and I'm talking male or female, individuals that we come in contact with that I won't say necessarily fall out with, but don't really see eye to eye, but don't hate each other. I'm talking about something like that. But anybody don't have no bad thoughts, because the law of attraction will come back on you. Karma will come back on you. Something as simple as a bad, evil thought towards anything or anyone, it can come back on you. So just keep love and don't push to prove yourself, because in the end, my brothers and sisters, people will see your light. They will see your righteousness. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to try to display it, but you display it as a righteous example, because the Creator doesn't give us gifts to keep to ourselves, but everybody's an individual. Everybody goes at their righteous gifts a different way. I always say, as long as you're not, excuse me, from the itching. It's something I always say. As long as you're not a snake and you're not looking, you don't have any, animosity or no malice in your heart. I know I say that a lot, but I think it's important, we don't have those things in your heart. Things can be worked out. And sometimes if you do have to, kind of distance yourself away from something, that's the maturity in you. A mature person will not want to create drama if they come to a situation maybe sometimes we don't understand, or the other individual, whether it's male or female, don't understand. Because sometimes it can be something as small as a misunderstanding, and if we're not in line with the universe and we're not rooted spiritually, and we haven't learned or practiced how to control our emotions, because we're going to get emotions. We can't stop emotions. So we learn how to control them. And when we do that, we have matured. And we also send good energy to any other individual, male or female, that we might have to separate from or stop talking to or whatever. Because I will always keep, one will always keep that good spirit, keep that good energy. It will benefit you. Even when it seems like when you're doing right and things are like, you ever have those times where it seems like everything's going wrong, but you're trying your best to do, you're doing right, and things just don't stop. That's another building block. And like I said, just because you have a disagreement with an individual, male or female, that doesn't mean that they're bad, and it doesn't mean that you're bad. There's a time and a place for everything. Let the Creator move. Let the universe work. He will work it out. If it's two righteous individuals, because my circle it's a lot of righteous people, a lot of good brothers and sisters that's in my circle, and my family, and my biological family, and my family that I call online. And but that doesn't mean that just because both parties, male or female, are righteous, doesn't mean that they're going to see eye to eye. But it doesn't mean that they hate each other or dislike each other. It's just, like I said, sometimes it can be something small as a misunderstanding. And you get lost in your emotion, and it turns into a whirlwind, a spider web of drama. That's rule number one. Don't create drama. Rule number two, something I say a lot. You can't see that elephant if you're standing too close. You have to back up. Assess yourself first. Always assess yourself first. Then assess the other individual. Look at all their attributes. Go down their invoice. I don't mean be nosy and see what's in their life. And I ain't talking about nothing like that. Just see how they've been since you've been in their life. Check out their character. And if they are right, and maybe you just don't see eye to eye, maybe it could be a misunderstanding. We have to use reasoning and logic. We can't just, and this is not easy to do. It's not easy to not go off your emotions, or your emotions, because we got this human body. And I said this once before, and I don't like that word hate, but sometimes I hate this human body. You know what I mean? I really do. I love my mind. I love you brothers and sisters' mind. And I love teachers' minds that I have listened to. I love our minds. Even ones that haven't really awakened. We all have a unique mind. Some of us just don't tap into it right away. But like I say again, sometimes I hate this body. Because Our bodies is what gets us in trouble. Because what do I always say, ladies and gentlemen? The body always follows the mind. But once you get your mind intact, the body is not going to do anything unless you allow it. And the mind won't do anything either unless you allow it. So stay on that mission, my soldiers and soldierettes. It's not a competition out here. We might have different people on, different channels and different branches, but like I always say, when it comes down to it, we're all searching. We're all searching for that same inner peace. At the end of the day, we're all looking for that inner peace. And keep striving. Keep getting that inner peace. And if you've got it, keep going with it. Keep going with it. Don't give up. Do not give up. Keep it going. And because there's people out there that need you. And there's people out there that love you. And there's people out there that want you around. So just keep being the king and the queen that you are. And that you have been. And that you will be. And stay on this mission. Practice meditation from time to time. When things are going good and well, those are the times when you study and analyze everything, because it'll keep you on top of things, especially yourself. And I want to reiterate, I want to bring it again. It doesn't mean that when you distance yourself from an individual or someone, it doesn't mean that they're bad. Sometimes you just have to take that time and take space to yourself and get yourself together. And and out of respect, you give the other individual space, whether it's male or female. And like I said, don't let little misunderstandings of ourselves let that toxic stuff seep in. No, never do that. Stay righteous. And never be afraid to make mistakes, because we are going to make mistakes. And the Creator knows that. And that's why He gave us that power. That's why the universe gave us that power. You and I. Us. We have that ability. We all have it. Especially on my melanated family. We all have it. Some of us tap into it later. And some of us tap into it soon. But when we finally do, hold on to it. Hold on to it. If you know you're doing... Now, I said this recently now. Sometimes in our life, things can go real smooth. Now, if you know you're doing right, and you have done right, and you have no bad thoughts and no wrong things in your heart, and things happen, don't be afraid and don't get discouraged. If you know you're doing right, just keep doing right. Don't get stagnant or stopped by things that's before you. Take nothing personal. Have no hate towards anyone. Just keep forging forward and do what you've been doing. My soldiers and soldierettes, salute! Foot soldier here, have no fear. And I will always encourage, I will always lift. And you say, EBX, why do you do this? Because it's a time where I didn't talk. And I sat and I did a lot of listening. And and I'm appreciative of that. And I've listened to brothers that when it comes to people who are awakened, I say we're all on the same status. We're all the same level. But I'm going to speak media talk. I appreciate the brothers and sisters that are on a high status or low status, because I have learned just as much from either. And that's how I think, and that's how I maintain, and that's how I stay balanced. Now, is one life perfect? No. Does one have challenges? Yes, of course. That's what made me the brother I am today, and that's why I'm here teaching my brothers and my sisters. Because, especially my young brothers and sisters too. This for my young brothers and sisters and my older brothers and sisters. For anybody that wants that good energy to get into the system, to keep them strong and keep them going. And I'll say one more time. I might say it again, but I'm going to say it. Stay on this mission. Stay on the mission. Stay focused. It is not a competition. We are not in competition. That's why I say don't look at what's before you. Just do you. Just do you. And keep being that true king and queen that you are and that you have been. And I'm sure that most of you brothers and sisters, if not all, have had the Creator touch you in your life, have come into your life. I know you have, because I have. My Creator is what drove me to this, you know. And I'll reiterate, I'm a brother that never used to talk. I used to be very, very shy and was somewhat lacking confidence. And like I said, recording, we have to look at recording and doing these shows. It's all great. I appreciate all of it. But think about it. It helps you to get things out of you, especially if you have a passion for reaching people and, you know, and influencing that good energy. If you, it makes you feel good. If you're a true-hearted, a natural true-hearted person, and you're very, very passionate, you know, whether you do music or you like speaking, and if you're very passionate, it makes you feel good. It uplifts yourself. And the beautiful thing about it is you get a chance to share what you feel to other brothers and sisters. And, you know, thanks that Creator allowed this kind of technology that we're able to communicate with one another and make somebody else feel the way we feel. And that's all I want at the end of the day. It's just to make someone, if not a whole lot of someone's, feel the way Brother EBX feels. Because Brother EBX cares, truly cares. Now, I'm going to make mistakes, you know, but I'm not going to stop doing what makes me happy. You know, and this is not the only thing that makes me happy. I do a lot of things. You know, I don't talk about a lot of gifts, but the Creator has really given me a lot of gifts. And I'm so thankful and grateful for that. And this is one of them, you know, because I like to write rhymes. You know, I used to write poems when I was young, you know. And shout out to my sister that showed me support on my channel. She writes poems. She knows who she is. Salute. Thank you for support and your comments. I really appreciate it. And keep doing you, sister. Keep being the powerful sister you are. I feel your spirit. Real spirits recognize real spirits. And to any brother or sister that I haven't talked to, I got love for you. I have no hate in my heart. I always wish the best for everyone. Because remember, the law of attraction. Our thoughts can also send karma our way. Remember, karma can be good or bad. So think good thoughts. Rationalize. Work things out. Never get caught up in the wrong emotion. Yeah, because once you... That's why I don't like to be evil and malice, and sometimes I might fumble and get nervous and make stupid mistakes, you know, but evil in my heart, never. I've got so much love and joy in my heart. I love, it feeds me when I lift another person's spirits and heart. That's the most beautiful thing in the world, and it's very fulfilling. And that's what makes me do this. And I appreciate other brothers and sisters that do this, because I've learned from other brothers and sisters. Will always reiterate that. I've had help along the way from my family and people outside the family, and I'm forever grateful for that. And that's why I'm teaching you soldiers and soldierettes right now. Salute! And I'm going to keep on soldiering on. And never forget, don't stop or look or even pay attention to what's before you. Only pay attention to what's important. And stay on this mission. And it's about uplifting and reaching and teaching. It's not a competition. It's not a competition. If you true at heart and you 100% mean well, keep doing you. And don't be paranoid, and really assess people around you before you have any bad thoughts. Have no bad thoughts. Think good thoughts, live long life. And that's my positive thought, and that's my real thought. And I thank you, brothers and sisters, for taking the time out of your day to listen to another EBX discussion. And I give honor to those that I have learned from, my brothers and sisters, right here online. And I give honor to my family, my children, their mothers, my brothers and sisters all over the world. May you have peace in your part of the world, wherever you are, right now and forever. Please, from the heart, have a great, strong one.